Hello guys, and welcome to another one of my soda dungeon videos. In this video I'm finally gonna do it. I've been touring in Dimension 3 for a very long time and it is time for me to move on. Yes it is. So, what a cocky old fellow that Gon was. Cocky but dangerous. Another dimension down. Oh yes. So 1651 is what I did this batch. Did actually go upwards to the 3000, but yeah, the game kinda crashed on me, so that was a bit annoying. So let's get that crazy pants cool animation. I really do like this. Like, massively amazing game this is. So let's move on. Hello. I hope you would stick it out for a while. I can't remember the last time I had so much fun over in this section of the universe. Let's see here. Relics. Which shall it be this time? So, what do we have? Liquid gold plus 1% earned per relic level for each party member. Wow, so it's times 5. I need to grab that. That is pretty silly. Good choice. Yes, I think so. And as you might expect, relic of conscript. I don't care about the conscript. And now, friend, your destination approaches. We will meet again. Yes, we will. So, let us check out Dimension 4 really and see how that plays out. So, loads of those guys. Yeah. Let's grab some slurp. Just really buy out the base stuff here. And then, with each defeat, the universe becomes safer while the dungeon bosses have not directly threatened us for decades. Blah blah blah. I don't know. Blah 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 blah. He's happy I'm fighting on the side of good, and he should be, because I'm pretty strong. So really, just adding in some kind of a starting party here to go in and grab the first loot so that we can work our way up in the system once again. I want this. I want more money. Oh yes, I do. I'm gonna be scooping up things now speed wise, and that is because the game has been updated, and that is pretty amazing. Just wanted to test out how strong I was with the amount of health boost I have on my characters. They're like close to immortal in this part of the dungeon, but they're not really dealing that much damage. But I figured it would be really cool to just, see how close I am to being able to defeat the boss. Obviously, I'm not quite there without any equipment, but it was pretty cool to just go here and see just how crazy the health, the constitution cola bonus is. My characters have so much health that they can scoop to level 392 and just crush it, partially anyway. So yeah, I've got a single shield, back in action again, and doing a bit of grinding from the start here because I need items, I need equipment in order for me to have a chance to move on. What I want to do from now on is just scoop through the dimensions, because from all I've been able to read about the game, there is no reason left for me to grind in this part of the game. So I'm gonna be scooping towards what is called the warrior dimension, the last section of the universe, so to say, and focus on progressing towards high amounts of levels instead of dimensions. It's a bit silly because I really do like this grind here, but with the introduction of artifacts slash legendaries that level up, and you're gonna be obtaining them like from level 1000 plus, I want to start raking in that stuff. So I'm gonna be scooping forward, just going ninja style through the remaining dimensions so that I can start farming for real, and enjoying the end game. So grabbing the important characters here so that I can give the boss a shot. I have no idea what the Dimension 4 boss is, so I'm just really making some kind of a default setup so that I can give it a shot and see what I'm looking at. Then I'll find out, do I need to farm specific items, do I need to deal more damage, do I need more health, what do I need to do? But step one is really just getting a base party going. Looks like this, pretty junk stuff, but I'm expecting it to be, I think it's gonna be good enough, is what I'm thinking. So that is the plan. Scooping there, 391, and I can see I'm still not dealing that much damage really. So in a boss fight, this may be undercutting it just a little bit, but I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna try. So doing the high speed grind here, just because with the amount of damage I'm dealing, it's taking a while to get there. Let's just be honest about it. It took me quite a while, so just also skipped a few levels. So Garrick here, a piece of rock, and also some kind of a tree. He deals almost no damage, and I was like, this is gonna be easy. I have so much health, so much healing, and he's doing nothing. His quake is 63 damage. Like, it's gonna take a while, but I'm gonna get him. Unless he has something else that is silly, because he's just standing there, like, taking the beating, dealing a little tiny bit of damage every now and then, and I was like, okay, with the amount of damage I'm dealing, this may take an hour, but I can do it. I can eat him, because he's just standing there, you know. Let's I deal a little bit of damage. So I was really not impressed with this boss, to be honest. I thought it was really silly boring. Of course, that comes down to me having very little damage as well, but I was like, okay, let's just get it done and move on to the next dimension. It was pretty fast, just grinding a few items, going to level 400, eating the boss with little to no effort. So I was like, okay, let's just leave it running. And as you can see, this in real game time, this is taking quite some time. Like, it took me ages. And then he does this reform. He heals up 650 health. Yeah. Yes, he does. And he does it again. So he's a healer. He's a stone pile of nature healing, meaning that he can heal himself 650 points every single turn. I tested him out, and he can do this for 4 hours without running out of mana. So yeah, that sucks, meaning that I needed another strategy. 650 hit points is quite a bit of healing, especially because I don't know how much he has when he starts doing it. So skip the battle, decided to go a little more high damage on him really, so grabbing some more characters and preparing for another battle. So it took a bit of grinding, a bit more than I expected, and this here is what I ended up with. I wanted to take out this boss, so I farmed the 100 area to get the Kelvins and the 300 areas because I figured it would be nice if I could put him to sleep. But what I ended up deciding instead was I'm just gonna go merchant style on this dude. I'm gonna halve his hit points and then I'm gonna take him out. So that was my plan for the second batch. Going through the equipment here just so you guys can see how I have the group set up before I go and try to take advantage of the fact that with 4 merchants I can get the opponent from like crazy amounts of health to almost nothing. If you halve something 4 times, you're gonna get down to very low. So I have no idea what we're looking at, but I figured, okay, we have a decent setup now. Of course it's crazy chance based because this is a 50-50 chance on each of these, so if they fail I'm gonna have to go for another round. But it was like, that's okay, it's okay, because worst case scenario he heals up 650, then I have 4 chances of halving it again. So no matter what, I should be able to use this strategy to take him out. So that was the goal, the plan, the aim, and the dream. So now we can check out the amount of health he has. Start by missing. How crazy amazing is that? And missing. Like what? And missing. 50-50. Dropping it 3 times. 4 times in a row. I was thinking perhaps this doesn't work on him. But I decided to give it another go, really. And no. And no. So okay, perhaps he's rigged so this doesn't work, but there it comes. 4,300 is what he's down to. So I know now that he has 9,000 health to start out with. He takes 500 burning damage, and that is actually the win. The halving of the health is the fast win, but the fact that he burns for 500 damage and heals up for 650 means that I only need to deal 150 or more damage per turn in order to keep moving him down health wise. So the merchants really speed up the process, but the fact that you can burn him down, that I think is the win, unless you have crazy items or crazy damage. But if you farm just a single one of the weapons that give him burning, 500 damage of burning is gonna be enough for you to slap him down, really. So that was really cool that I managed to get him down like that. I really needed that victory. Oh yes, I did. So with the boss down, I decided to fool around a bit with the Reaper once again. Sticked in Dimension 4 a bit longer than what I should have done, but I really wanted to check out the legendary loot before going forward, just to see what kind of goodies we have to play around with. So I just decided to go on a massive farming spree to see how things are working out, like post update, and yeah, I still like it. The Reaper is just insane. The build that I have now is, I think, with the Skeletus armor, so that's 25% damage reduction. I have the feathers, that's 40% damage reduction, so it's 65. Then I have the shield that makes me completely immune to any kind of poison, to any kind of burning. Like, it's such a crazy amazing item as well. So I decided put the stuff on and just, go silly pants. Just see what kind of goodies we can rake in. Closing in on uncharted territories. I did go towards 3,000 in the last dimension, but that was really, the game crashed, so I just lost it. But now that the game has been updated, the game saves each time you open a chest, so that is really cool. I think it's like the chests after the level 10 cap bosses and not when you get the random ones from the fountains, but I don't know that. I do know that the game doesn't, I have had crashes, so it's not like you can resume the battle, the adventure, but you don't lose the loot, and that I guess is a really important thing. So 1500 is what I'm at here, and when I'm not killing things, I'm dealing no damage whatsoever. This is still about me not really having any... I haven't selected any relics that focus on damage. I don't have any relics that focus on the characters I play on, so I have nothing really that boosts damage. I have loads of survival, I have loads of money building things because I want to be able to just boost the essence, the value of my grinding throughout the entire journey. So I haven't been focusing on dealing damage or killing things fast. I've just been focusing on survivability and on progression, and I'm pretty happy about that because it makes the game very casual, and it allows me to push forward in small bits if I want to just... Like, I can make a team entirely out of healers, or we can just go crush it. And they're not gonna die, like, for ages, because with damage reduction and constant healings you can go for a very long time. And if you have equipment that deals damage back, and you're running a healer with damage reduction, you can actually deal more damage back than you are receiving, and you can heal yourself up, so you don't even need to hit the others in order for you to take them out. That is actually pretty crazy cool to play. I think it's a fun way to do it, even though you need to manually do it. You cannot trick the AI into playing that way. But it's fun. It's really fun times. So I also fooled around a little bit with that, just to try it out, and I like that. As you can see here, I also have... I'm running with healers and with thieves, and I don't even have a knight. I decided to do this without a knight, just to try out how that would work, because normally I always have a knight in the team, because no traps, no ambushes, meaning that you have the initiative all the time, so you can take out things before they can hit you, and that's nice. You don't fall into traps, meaning that every time you see the forked roads you get something good. But I figured, okay, I'm close to immortal, and I have 3 healers. I don't really care if I walk into a trap, because I cannot get poisoned and I cannot get burned. So traps don't affect me. So that's like, okay, the only bad thing there is left is really the ambush. With like 65% damage reduction, I think I can survive an ambush when I have 3 healers in the group. So just really fooling around with different builds and different ways of farming a bit before moving on like crazy pants. And I farmed for quite a while, and I'm just gonna nudge this a bit into the future. So I'm thinking right around here, because I actually farmed quite a while, and I just recorded it while doing my homework, and fiddled a little bit every now and then, because I wanted, mostly for reference, to showcase some of the different loot that you can get now that... Whoa, that stuff there. Yeah, sometimes my Reflector 2 app really just goes nuts, so that was a bummer. Yeah, pretty annoying stuff. So anyway, closing in on where I'm deciding to end this farming here. I did, I think, about 150 levels high speed farming with this group here, and just decided to see, how far can they go on autopilot with what they have. How far can I really push them? And apparently, with what I had relic wise, this was about the maximum for them when they are just going on autopilot. And look at the amount of money I'm getting here. It's crazy. So much money. I'm just raking in money like crazy while the game is playing out. And I figured, let's just keep pushing. But then, no. This is the crazy pants loot that I got. As you can see, 357 enemies. So not that many enemies for some reason in this part here, but yeah, I still like it. So this here is the setup. The skeletis, the dragon shields, and the femora's feather. Huge survivability option here. It did not go exactly as I expected. I need a little bit more health in order for this to work out. What I lost to was really the fact that I had a group of 4 and 3 of them ganked up on a healer. That was enough to take the already injured healer out, because they don't heal themselves until they are badly injured. And that's really a feature I would like to see in the game. If you had like a setup and you can say, I want to heal at 30% health or 40% health, or when is it critical, when should the AI heal? That's one feature that would be really nice. Another feature that would be really nice would be, when should the thief steal? Because it doesn't steal. And it's crazy because stealing is so fun and cool. I've done it like crazy when I'm just playing the game actively, but the AI doesn't steal, and it's really a shame. So those are definitely 2 features I would like to see in the game, but yeah, enough about that really. That was that was a bit of farming added here in Dimension 4. I had a lot of fun in Dimension 4 really. So grinding with the Reaper is not the only thing I decided to fool around with in Dimension 4. No, it was not. I found out something pretty cool when doing these uncharted territories, and this dude appeared at 2400, and this time I was a bit more prepared really. So I was fooling around, testing out the merchant. And look at the amount of hit points they're removing from the dude. Crazy hit point in this stuff here. What I think is insanely important to note, and why I decided to include this, is when he reforms at level 2400, he still only gets, 650 hit points. So the boss is pretty strong if you don't have good equipment when you face him at level 400. But level 2400, it's not like he heals up for 64,000 or something crazy pants like that. He just really heals up for nothing. I mean, it's completely irrelevant that he has a heal. He deals no damage to you when he uses it, and he is in no way a threat, except perhaps the first time you meet him, if, like me, you don't really know how you're supposed to deal with him. So just doing the classic tank and spank thing here with him. Of course, he has a high health amount, and that really means he's not that fun to like fool around with if you don't have good equipment. But it's not because of his heal that he is less interesting this time around. It is more because he has a crazy high amount of health. So I'm just gonna pause it here, and I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but like a lot of the rares and legendaries now have level ups. The weapons have, the armor have. This thing here, you want to stay away from that until the next update. This is my favorite weapon in the game, but only level 1 works. Yeah. Level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, they don't do the sleep thing. The sleep feature isn't working on it, so you really need to make sure that if you want the sleep and the burn, don't grab that one. Right guys, so the last thing before finishing Dimension 4, just a quick inventory showcase of some of the leveled stuff before I scoop on into Dimension 5. So just buying a single merchant here and checking out the armor, fire mech suit, level 1 and 2, Midas plate, just gearing up to level 5. I thought I wanted not I thought I wanted to farm up to level 10, but I can just see that it's gonna take me so much time that I would rather go to the warrior dimension and then do it there. So just like for reference, I'm showing the equipment I have right now up to level 5, just the rares and legendaries this time around. Then I'm gonna be doing a ninja, just gonna be speeding through the remaining dimensions, and then I'm gonna crush it like silly pants crazy in the warrior dimension, and just scooping towards the end game. What I could read at Reddit was some things coming called mystic coins. I'm not entirely sure what it's gonna be, how it's gonna affect the game. It sounded as if it was something that wasn't really important right now, but it was like for far out in the future kind of thing. But I do hope they're working on more progression options for the game, really, or resets, stuff like that. So with that said and done, scooping through the inventory, jumping to the next dimension, checking out the next relic, and as you can see, loads of weapons. And the dronin', you really need to stay away from it. Just go with level 1. The others don't sleep. You just don't make people fall asleep when you hit. And it's a major bummer because it was my second favorite weapon. I do like the Reaper the most, but the dronin' also pretty crazy pants stuff. The Reaper appears to be killing people, also not level 1, so that's pretty cool. On the shield side, I don't think there's that interesting. The Royal Shield I think is cool in terms of farming, but the entire chance of better items things kinda gets pointless past level 1000 because you just get legendaries thrown in your face all the time. So I guess by the time you have level 2 you don't need it anymore. The Dragon Shield is really cool because the crit damage and damage reflection actually scales. So that is something I think is worth hanging on to. The Meaty Shield, you don't get increased damage reduction, you don't get more regeneration, so it's pretty pointless to hang on to it. So that is like what I found there, and unfortunately the non-weapon armor things do not scale in level. I was really hoping to see Femora's Feather and stuff like that scale up, but that's not how they designed the game, and yeah, they have a reason for that, I'm sure. So yeah, that was like the leveled legendaries that I came to have in Dimension 4, and weapons in this game are worthless. Sometimes I go in to sell them to see if I can use it for anything essence-wise, but it's like nothing. So yeah, they are not interesting to sell, really. But this here is interesting. This is my favorite part of the game. I absolutely love dimension jumping. I love the entire out in the universe thing. I like finding out if I can get a new soda and what it does. I really do that. So come on, that's the universe. You know, you humans are so trusting with one another. I'm curious, do you really believe in this cause? I'm not saying you shouldn't, in fact I have no idea. I'm not even sure how I got here, to be honest. I just hope your wizard friend knows what he's doing. Sorry, I don't mean to be a downer. Moving on. No new sodas. Okay, so more attack points or more mana. Well, I don't really care about mana since I have the pet, so it's gonna be more attack points. Not bad. One for the road. Relic of Fighter. Yeah. And now, friend, your destination awaits. We will meet again. So Fighter, not really my thing, but now I have it. So, yeah. Hope to be trailblazing through Dimension 5. Just going a bit speedy paint through it. Also 6, 7, 8, 9, and of course ending at 10. So that was a short summary of my gaming in Dimension 4 and moving to Dimension 5. As always guys, thank you very much for watching.